Have you ever wondered how a company in, say, Germany can confidently sell millions of dollars worth of equipment to a buyer in Brazil they've never even met? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the surprisingly simple, yet incredibly powerful paper trail that actually makes global trade possible. I mean, think about it. You're trying to sell your product to someone literally on the other side of the planet. How do you really know the deal is legit? How do they know they're going to get what they paid for? How do you even start to build that trust when you can't look them in the eye and shake their hand? The answer, and it might sound a little old-fashioned, is a trusted paper trail. In the massive complex machine of international commerce, it's a specific set of documents that creates the framework for absolutely everything. It's the common language of trust, of payment, and of moving physical goods across the globe. This paper trail is the language everyone in the business speaks. All right, so where does it all begin? Well, it doesn't start with a final legally binding contract. It starts with an official first handshake on paper. And that handshake is called the Proforma Invoice. So after an importer asks about a product, the exporter sends this document. You can think of it as a preliminary bill of sale or a really official quote. It outlines everything, what the goods are, the price, the shipping terms. It's the very first concrete step of the whole transaction. Now, what's so fascinating here is that the Proforma Invoice is doing two jobs at once. On one hand, yeah, it sets the stage for the entire deal. It's the foundation everyone will build on. But just as importantly, it's a critical tool for the importer. They actually need this document to go to their government and get things like an import license, or to go to a bank to get the foreign currency to actually pay you. Okay, so the deal is moving forward. Now we need one single source of truth, a master file for the entire transaction. This is where things start to get really serious. And that master file, that's the commercial invoice. If the Proforma Invoice was the proposal, think of this as the actual marriage certificate. It's the official, final, legally binding bill from the seller to the buyer. This is the real deal. In fact, it's so fundamental that people in the industry often call it the document of contents. And why is that? Because it contains every single critical piece of information: the buyer, the seller, the price, the terms, that will then be copied and pasted across almost every other document in the export process. A single typo here can cause a dozen expensive headaches down the line. And you can see just how important it is right here. It's not just a bill, no way. It's the proof of the sale. It's the blueprint for all the other paperwork. It's the main document that customs and inspectors look at. It's your ticket to actually getting paid by the bank. Heck, it's even what you need to claim government export incentives. You see the pattern, right? Get the commercial invoice right, and everything else has a chance to go smoothly. Now, while the commercial invoice is king, sometimes the king needs an extra royal seal of approval, depending on where the goods are going. For instance, a consular invoice has to be certified by the importing country's own consulate. A legalized invoice is pretty similar, and you see it a lot with Latin American countries. And then a customs invoice is basically just the commercial invoice, but on a special form that some countries, like the US or Canada, require you to use. So we've got the financial side of things documented. Now we need the proof for the physical journey, the paperwork that's going to get your goods safely and smoothly across the border. Let's just take a closer look at that consular invoice, because it's a perfect example of why this paperwork matters. It creates trust for everyone. For the exporter, it's a guarantee that their goods are actually allowed in the country. For the importer, it's like a fast pass at customs, which means they get their stuff quicker. And for the customs officials, well, it makes their job way easier. It's a system that's really designed for a win-win-win. Okay, here's something that often confuses people: the packing note versus the packing list. But it's actually really simple. The packing note lives inside one single box, and it only lists what's in that specific box. The packing list, on the other hand, is the master document for the entire shipment. It's a summary of what's inside all the boxes combined. Next up, we've got the product's passport. And I'm not kidding, that's the best way to think about it. It's called the Certificate of Origin, and this document does exactly what its name says. It officially declares what country the goods were actually made in. So why on earth does this matter so much? Well, first, it's about money. A lot of countries have free trade agreements, which means importers can pay way lower taxes or tariffs if the goods come from a partner country. This certificate is their proof. Second, it's about security. It proves the goods aren't coming from a banned or sanctioned country. And third, it's about control. It helps countries enforce their own rules and make sure goods aren't being sneakily rerouted through some other place. So after going through all these different forms, it's really easy to see them as just a bunch of bureaucratic hurdles, right? But that's absolutely the wrong way to think about it. This isn't red tape. This is your essential export toolkit. So let's recap our toolkit. You've got the Proforma Invoice, that's your official first handshake. You have the Commercial Invoice, that's the master blueprint, the DNA of the whole deal. The Consular Invoice, that's your customs fast pass. The packing list is the shipment's table of contents, and the certificate of origin is the product's official passport. And here's the most important point. These documents are so much more than just paper. They are the globally understood language of trust. They create certainty, they lower the risks, and they allow two companies thousands of miles apart to do business with confidence. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. You know, as global trade gets more and more digital, which piece of this centuries-old paper trail do you think will be the very first to be replaced by a single line of code? It's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.